neckline. That's it. It is a beautiful thing. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Culinary Delights, the cooking show where two Midwestern moms. I'm a Midwestern mom. That's a Midwestern mom. I got all tongue twisted. Lilith, I got
It's okay.
Twisted. I'm going to keep going. Welcome to Culinary Delights. We're going to keep going. Two Midwestern moms. We talk about recipes. We talk about ways that you can feed your hungry boys without breaking the bank and without doing too much work. We want easy, cheap recipes that your hungry boys are going to love, and that's what we're here to give to you. Lilith, how are you doing? Wait a minute. I'm Amanda Bonanza. That's a Lilith Electra. Lilith, how are you?
I'm doing great. First of all, ordinarily I would say I'm just one Lilith Electra. I'm pretty sure I'm the only Lilith Electra.
You're the only one that I care about.
Yeah. And, I'm here now in Detroit, ready for these Midwestern recipes from my Midwestern hungry boys.
Detroit's real close to Milwaukee, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real close.
It's closer than I am.
Definitely.
But it's great. Listen, Detroit, that's because a real down-home cooking in Detroit. Real practical stuff, I bet.
I got to get the most for my money to feed these hungry boys,
Oh, that's for sure. The boys,
4 years of Trumponomics followed by 3 years of Bidenomics. And before that, we had 8 years of Bushonomics and Obamanomics. Your dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. Is there an Italian Obama called Capicola Obama?
I don't even get it.
Capicola.
I know what Capicola is. It's
Capicola Obama.
That's not very good. That's not a very good joke.
Okay. Oh, ouch. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I'm just coming up with stuff off the top of my head. I'm not like writing this down. I didn't submit this to Late Night with Seth Meyers.
I feel like I should mention that. This show, what we're doing right now, this is our first show on the new network. We're on the Transverse now. Thanks for watching the Transverse.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching our show on the Transverse, watchers and viewers and friends of the Transverse and all the good people out there. We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you've made it this far into the first episode, which has been an absolute train wreck, thanks for sticking with us.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be editing some of that disaster out. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It depends how funny it is.
Join our Patreon.
Join our Patreon to see more of these ridiculous shenanigans. Should we talk about our delicious recipe?
I feel I got to see this recipe.
Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, thanks for sticking around through our breathing exercises. We decided to not do any prep work.
Do we usually do prep work? I've been missing out on all this.
No, I do.
Yeah, I just show up.
Well, it just shows up all willy-nilly, ready to eat a delicious meal. That's a great deal. Let's talk about a delicious meal, because I have a delicious meal.
Oh, do you? Spaghetti Obama?
Spaghetti Obama. That's so much better.
Okay, yay!
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the good stuff.
Chef,
That's the yes ending.
You're right about that. Let me ask you something, Lilith.
Hit me.
Have you ever had this dish? It's kind of exotic. It's called Sloppy Joe's. It's like the ground beef and the tomatoes. And you can take the can of Sloppy Joe mix and you bump it into the beef and then you got it.
The only time I ever had
have
those.
A sandwich.
So that's what I was going to say, is I had a friend whose family was rich and they would serve manwiches. Sloppy Joe is such a like a low rent generic version of a manwich.
I was actually asking about the sexual act.
A Sloppy Joe.
The manwich. We're violating the terms and conditions already.
Yeah, right? I have had a Sloppy Joe, yes.
I'll bet you haven't had Sloppy Joe meatball baked.
Yes.
You could make Sloppy Joes.
You could.
But then you gotta open the package of ground beef and open the can. Who wants to do all that work?
All that.
We're gonna take that concept, that entire thing, and we're gonna make meatballs out of them. Here's the problem that I've always had with Sloppy Joes is they're so messy. I was like, why can't we clean these up? I want these in a ball. Let's make I really wish my sloppy joes were in a different shape. Would you like to know how to do it?
I mean, that's the conceit of the show, so I guess I have to agree to know how.
You have no choice.
I have no choice.
This is from November 28th, 2022.
Okay.
That's a couple years ago.
Yeah,
that's at that point where like COVID's getting kind of done. Like we're kind of going out. No. We're coming out of our little membranes that we developed.
Laura's suffering from cabin fever.
Yeah, we're rubbing our eyes and we're poking our heads out like the groundhog and coming out. And we're like, okay, is it safe out here? Not really, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's not exactly safe, but boy, do I need a haircut. But
Mom's making these recipes that are insane. Don't you make sloppy joes in a pan? Like, why are you baking?
Yeah, traditionally you make sloppy joes in a pan. Well, these aren't sloppy joes. This is a sloppy joe meatball bake. You make them in a pan. This is the way to make them into meatballs and to make them in the oven. Let's hear about it. Meatballs don't take the sloppy out of sloppy joes. They just turn it into a whole new form. Trust us. Well, anyone that says that.
Yeah, never trust anyone who says trust us. Oh, trust us.
In the second sentence. No, really, it's good. These little ones are just as delicious as the original ground beef version.
Wait a minute. Does that mean this? Oh, this is made with like ground something that's not beef.
I'm not going to tell you. We're going to find out together because I don't remember.
No, I don't want it.
It's meatballs. So it's meatball, sloppy joe meatball bake. You have no choice. These little ones are just as delicious as the original ground beef version. Cheesy, hefty, and super saucy. This skillet dish also comes together in just under an hour, making it the perfect anytime meal. Just under an hour, you say?
Just under an hour. Have you ever used the word hefty when describing something you're cooking for dinner?
Just under an hour. I'd like to take that for a second and kind of put it a snapshot in time and do a screenshot in your mind and remember just under an hour. That's important for the rest of this.
Okay.
Besides being irresistibly tasty.
Get the out of here.
Trust us.
Wait, can I swear at the new place? I'm going to stop swearing.
You got to stop swearing. Besides being irresistibly tasty, this dish is also extremely versatile. You can
what does that even mean?
Put it in salads. Just put some. Take a little meatball, shove it in your shoe for later. Oh, he's got a little meatball in my shoe.
Just so you know, the first astronauts took sloppy joe meatballs with them into space.
Cook up these meatballs, then serve them in a variety of ways. Sandwich them into a hoagie roll for a saucy meatball sub.
I'm sorry. Did this person just use sandwich as a verb?
They did use sandwich as a verb. And you can use sandwich as a verb. It's a verb.
Apparently you can. Okay, if you said so.
It. You just sandwich that in there. You never heard that.
Yeah, when I did my manwich.
Two other things. It's a manwich. Manwich them in. I think they couldn't see it. Just manwich them in there. Manwich them into a hoagie roll for a saucy meatball sub, or a steamy saucy sub.
I am on the search for saucy subs.
I know, we all need saucy subs in our manwich.
I do a podcast with my saucy sub every week.
Enjoy them right out of the skillet as an easy appetizer. Think game day snacks.
Okay.
Yep. Meatball.
No, when you say enjoy them right out of the skillet as an easy appetizer, I think less game day snacks and more sad guy in his underwear and t-shirt eating over the sink.
Or just over the stove. Why would you move? Enjoy them right out of the skillet as an easy appetizer. Think game day snacks. Or serve this bake as a main with fresh veggie sides.
I mean, if there's one thing I think about someone eating sloppy joes is they're also concerned about their veggie intake.
Well, veggies are good, and jokes out of the room, I like sloppy joes. I think they're delicious, and I'm sure a meatball sloppy joe would be good. And I like vegetables, so like that's I get it. That's like for the adults that want to have sloppy joe.
You're just being
like
contrarian now. You're
being talking about me.
You saucy sub, you.
I'm a bit of a saucy sub, aren't I? The only real difference between like the sad man like eating sloppy joe meatballs over the pan and serving it as a main is like you got a carrot.
You got a carrot.
Like, it's like he's still eating the meatballs over
but he's got
but he's also got like a carrot and
a baby carrot.
It's like, yeah, I'm healthy.
Leftover carrots and celery from his wings. Yeah. He had wings the other night. He's got them sitting in the fridge.
Leftover carrot, celery. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Tip. It's important to sear the meatballs first before cooking with the sauce to ensure they get crispy and are cooked through. Otherwise, your meatballs might be undercooked or chance falling apart. You don't want that because then you would just have regular sloppy joes.
I also have a word for this besides tip. It's called a step in your recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just put that in the recipe.
Tip.
Yeah.
But this is like the hot tip to preppers. Just so you know, this is an important part of the recipe.
Don't skip the part that says sear the meatballs.
Well, remember MayorProTem? Like, he read that recipe, he did it all wrong.
And then said the recipe was bad, and it's like MayorProTem.
He said he couldn't follow the recipe. He didn't have what it took. He didn't have the discipline. He was forgetting the first principle of the Buddha.
Yeah, which is sear your meatballs.
Sear your fucking meatballs, Confucius.
Yeah, the first great lesson of the Buddha: sear your meatballs.
After cooking in your tomato-based sauce, you'll broil with cheese until everything gets bubbly and golden. Yes, you in the back.
Is this still a tip? This is just the recipe. What do you?
This is the tip. This is
the recipe.
This is the inside track of the meatball. We chose mozzarella for our cheese, of course. Because, like, good job, meatballs and mozzarella. I like, they made a good choice. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, mozzarella, classic. We chose mozzarella for our cheese of choice because of how melty and stretchy it gets. But feel free to add your favorite cheese. Cheddar or Monterey Jack would also be delicious here, as would pepper jack if you want to kick a heat. Remember that pepper jack is rough stuff.
This is hardcore. Also,
not for the faint of heart or the faint of tummy.
If you want melty, you don't put cheddar on melt stuff.
Cheddar's not a good melter.
It's not a melty cheese.
No, it's not a melty cheese at all. No. You want,
Colby, Munster's the best melter.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a cheddar, it has to be like a medium, like Encore. Yeah. Like, but I mean, it's meatballs and cheese. Like any cheese, Parmesan's gonna go great on this. Like it's gonna go. Any cheese is really gonna do.
Classic.
Yeah. What are you gonna f it up? Romano, delicious. Pecorino Romano. Yeah, yes, Assaggio. Of course. It's going to be wonderful. Provolone on a meatball sub. You ever heard of it? It's great. Looking for more Sloppy Joe remixes?
No, I wasn't looking for this one.
You know something's cool.
Sloppy quesadillas.
When a suburban white lady uses DJ slang from 1990.
My name is Laura, and I'm here to say I'm remixing Sloppy Joes in a major way.
That was it. That was it.
Done. Mic drop.
Ship it, pack it. Send it to Spotify. Where's the check?
Where's my money? Where's my 20 mil?
TM. Copyrighted. You can't steal it. It's ours. Looking for more Sloppy Joe remixes? Try our sloppy quesadillas, stuffed peppers, and grilled cheese too. I mean, I won't lie. I am intrigued. I don't know what a sloppy grilled cheese would be like, but I guess
grilled cheese with Sloppy Joe in it.
I mean, I would tear that apart. I would love that. That sounds wonderful to me.
I'm not a fan of stuffed peppers, and
I'm not really either.
I don't know why anyone is. I don't like green peppers. Like if I have choice, I want red.
I like peppers.
I want red or orange. I'm not like green peppers.
I love green peppers. Like green peppers and sausage mushroom pizzas, like the 3 magic combo thing.
If we're talking about pizza, it's pepperoni and sausage all day, every day. Like,
well, I mean, that's always good. Like, I'm not saying you don't do that, but I mean, you can't just eat the same kind of pizza every time. Sometimes you gotta mix it up.
Green peppers, like,
green peppers are great.
Just eating a solid stuffed pepper it's such a 50s thing that it culinarily did not need to make it this far into the future.
No, but it's all over the place. Stuffed peppers are a thing. They've been a thing. They never went away. Have you tried this recipe? Let us know how it went in the comments below. Now, that's what they said on their website. But here on Culinary Delights, let us know if you try this recipe. Try this recipe and let us know.
Also,
right in. Well,
I mean, we're reading this, and like after the pro tips, before she tells us the recipe, she goes, "Have you tried this?" It's like, we haven't
tried it yet?
We haven't even read the recipe yet, lady.
She got it
no one's in a rush. No one's in a rush to eat this.
Peanut butter.
Is one of the ingredients just a can of manwich, though?
I mean, no, it's not.
Okay, so it's a real
Here's
recipe.
the ingredients.
Ugh.
So much easier. 1.5 pounds lean ground beef, 1 large egg, 3/4 cup panko breadcrumbs, 1/3 cup whole milk, 1 medium yellow onion, finely chopped and divided, 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon, so 4 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, divided, kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, 3 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil, divided, 1 medium red bell pepper, seeds and ribs removed, finely chopped, 3 cloves garlic, minced, 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1/2 cup ketchup, as if, yep.
Tomato sauce.
1/4 cup water, ketchup and water together at last, 1 tablespoon apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon packed light brown sugar, 1 teaspoon yellow mustard, and 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella.
Can of manwich sauce seems a lot easier than this. So, like, pour the can on the meat, and you're done.
So much. This is only gonna take an hour. Remember? It's only gonna be an hour.
It takes me 20 minutes to finally chop a medium yellow onion. And also, everything says divided. Divided how?
It's probably gonna tell us, like, in the
how do you
know how about dividing?
How do you get 3 tablespoons of olive oil and divide it?
Well, because you're not going to use all the 3 tablespoons of olive oil at once. You're going to put some olive oil in something and some olive oil in something else. That's what that means. You know this. You followed a recipe. Don't get all cute. I know you know what dividing is. Time-wise, just like gathering these things and measuring them out is going to take at least 20 minutes, like at least. And that's assuming you have all this stuff, which you probably don't. You're going to have to go shopping. So you're going to have to go through your kitchen and see what you need to get, make a list, go to the store, get these things. But let's assume you have everything and like you have all of these ingredients, like what you probably have. Eggs, you probably have your breadcrumbs, you probably have milk and onion.
I got a paranormal mystery for you.
Oh yeah.
Every time I've had a recipe that called for apple cider vinegar, I had to go out and buy a bottle of apple cider vinegar. And then the next time I had a recipe that called for apple cider vinegar, I didn't have any apple cider vinegar. I had to buy another bottle.
That's crazy.
How is that possible? That's crazy. I think apple cider vinegar is a scam, just like green peppers.
I like apple cider vinegar. I think you could probably get away with like using red wine vinegar. It'd be fine.
Or just buy a can of manwich and
or even white vinegar, I'm sure would be good. Like, but just don't use balsamic, I think. But I mean, I bet balsamic's really good too, actually. It'll be fine. Yeah. It'll change the taste, it'll change the flavor profile, but it'll work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ingredients. That's a lot. This does not sound like a simple recipe.
It is a lot of ingredients for something that you can just buy in a can ready to go.
It really is.
I mean, I am all about cooking fresh and getting away from processed food.
I am the same way, but like there's certain things where you don't do that. Like I know you bake your own bread, which is I think is great. But like to me, it's like well, I could do all the work of baking bread and making it, or I could just go to Safeway and buy a loaf that's very good for like $2.
When you come visit, I'll teach you how to make bread.
I can't eat bread anymore.
Oh, we'll do it. You
Keto.
can still make it.
Why would I do that to myself?
Because I'm gonna
make bread and then watch and then smell it and then not be able to eat it.
We can make it ghost style.
I don't know what that means.
Like the movie Ghost when they were doing the pottery.
Oh, I thought you meant like we're gonna have to solve a mystery. Here's the directions. Step 1. In a large bowl, combine ground beef, egg, panko, milk, 1/4 cup onion, 1 teaspoon Worcestershire sauce, 1 1/4 teaspoons kosher salt, and 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. Using a scoop or spoon, scoop meat mixture, roll into about 33 1.5-inch 2 tablespoon meatballs, and arrange on a plate.
Get the fuck out of here.
1 hour. 1 hour, just an hour. Just an hour.
The fuck?
Step 1.
Step 1. 8 steps. Get out of here.
I mean, just putting all that stuff in, and so I assume you're using it. You need a KitchenAid mixer here. Like you're not doing this by hand.
Yeah, like a wood. No, you do it.
Wooden spoon.
Do it with a wooden
That's
spoon.
a KitchenAid mixer.
Actually, you know what you do with this? This is something you do by hand.
You mix it all with your finger, with your hands.
Yeah, I would do that.
You can do that. Yeah, that would work.
With these nails, I'd put on gloves first.
You're gonna end up with meat underneath those nails either way. You're gonna have a secret treat for later.
Old meat fingers.
Step 1. Step 2.
Step 1.
Preheat oven to broil on high.
Here's a pro tip. You don't have to wait till you're ready.
Doing step 1.
You don't have to wait until you're ready to put stuff in the oven to preheat it.
You really don't. That's kind of the first thing you do.
Yeah, you preheat the oven first.
Step 2, preheat oven to broil on high. Step 3, around that face.
Wait, that's all you're doing is
12 minutes. Preheat oven to broil on high. In a large Dutch oven or oven-proof pot over medium-high heat, heat 2 tablespoons oil. Okay, so it is. We're prepping the broiler while we do something else, right?
Okay.
Because we already did the meatballs. So heat 2 tablespoons oil, arrange meatballs in skillet in a single layer. So is the skillet
the Dutch
oven?
That doesn't sound right.
Or are we using a skillet? Because a skillet and a Dutch oven are 2 different things, aren't they?
They are 2 different things, and
they're 2 entirely very different things.
And there's no thing where you could heat up a Dutch oven on your stove and then heat stuff in a skillet that's not on the stove. That's not going to happen. So I think, because I've done this before, where you like make short ribs.
You're just using the skillet.
Yeah,
I think you don't know what a Dutch oven.
You're using the Dutch oven. Yeah, you're just doing.
You're just using the Dutch oven.
Because then you're going to put the seared meatballs and the sauce is all going to go in the broiler, the oven with the Dutch oven. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what you're doing. You're searing the meatballs. Cook, turning occasionally until seared on all sides. Yeah. 7 to 9 minutes total. Sounds great. Transfer meatballs to a plate. Discard grease and pot. So, okay, that sounds solid. That's making meatballs all right.
So far, those are meatballs.
Yeah, so far so good, right? Step 3, return pot to medium heat and add bell pepper, garlic, and remaining onion and 1 tablespoon oil. Cook, stirring occasionally until vegetables are tender, which is the onion and the bell pepper. 8 to 10 minutes. Add tomato sauce, ketchup, water, vinegar, brown sugar, mustard, and remaining 1 tablespoon Worcestershire. Using a wooden spoon, scrape any bits from the bottom of the pot. Yes.
That is called the frond.
Return meatballs to pot and bring to a simmer. Okay. Cook, stirring occasionally until sauce is slightly thickened and meatballs are cooked through 4 to 6 minutes. Remove pot from heat and sprinkle with cheese. So, this sounds like a great recipe. Okay. It sounds awesome, but it sounds like a lot of work. Let's go. Does. Step 4, broil until cheese is doubly and golden, about 2 minutes. 2 minutes in the broiler. That doesn't seem like enough, does it?
Oh, no, your broiler is going to burn that stuff fast. Yeah.
I guess it's a broiler, and it's like, what? Yeah, that's what a broiler does. It just seems like a lot of work, you know?
For something that's ordinarily just a can poured over heated meat.
Even if it's not a can, like it's like all that stuff that you just did, you don't have to make the meatballs. You can just make sloppy joes.
Hey,
be good.
Hey, what if instead of like just making a quick thing of sloppy joes, you made 33 meatballs by hand?
33 meatballs by hand.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I mean, it does actually sound delicious, though. That's the thing, is it actually sounds really good to me. Okay. Like I can't lie. It sounds wonderful, and here's what it looks like. It looks like this.
No,
it looks delicious.
It does kind of look delicious.
It looks really good. I think it's like I would like to eat these meatballs.
Yeah, but you could also just make regular meatballs with a good pasta sauce.
I think my biggest frustration with all of this is just how they sold it as a quick and easy thing you can do. You can just whip up for any time. Anytime. Like it's an anytime meal. You could have this for breakfast or game day. Are you having this for game day? Is this what you're having for game day?
Let me ask you this. If I said to you, hey, you want something real quick and easy to just throw together for the family? The first idea in your head is not homemade meatballs.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many easier things you can make for your kids.
Including just sloppy joes.
Including sloppy joes, which are so easy. That's the thing, is they're so easy to make. Even if you're doing it by hand, it's a lot easier. You just pour it all in the thing and stir it up. You brown the ground beef and all that stuff that you put in here, you just put it in the pan. And you stir it around. And that's it. That's it. It's over.
Let me ask you this. You and I are here. We're complaining about like the time and stuff. Anyone out there actually made this and given us their take or their review on
I would love to hear. If you've made this, let us know. Write in.
Yeah.
Leave a comment in whatever video. Leave a comment in this video.
Oh, in whatever video. Just leave a comment.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where you're supposed to send the Transverse stuff to. Go to the transverse.com or .net or .org. I don't even know the webpage. Jesus Christ, I'm terrible at my job.
I mean, you're probably watching this on YouTube, and just leave it a comment in the comments.
Transverse.net. So let me just... I had to know.
You had to know. Leave a comment if you've made these.
Leave a comment. Go to the Transverse. Let me go to the Transverse. See where you're supposed to send this. Support, contact. Oh, I don't see a contact button.
We're gonna get fired in the middle of recording this episode.
Oh, we are. We're just gonna lose our job right away. There's a WordPress link. I don't know what's going on here.
This will be on YouTube. Just comment. Just comment.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
Send us an email somehow.
But surely the website you got this from has some reviews.
There's got it. Well, yeah, I know that I don't have any reviews. There were no reviews.
Well, I found one. If you want to hear it.
You have any reviews?
Yeah, I'm here in Detroit, and I found an unemployed auto worker who is trying to stretch those dollars and make most. Obamonomics really got him plowed under back in the, and he's never recovered.
Obama.
Yeah. And here's his review.
Thank you, Obama, for this meatball bake.
Totally disappointed with the sloppy Joe meatball bake. The sauce was bland and the meatballs were dry and tasteless. Given my tight budget, I was hoping for a satisfying meal, but it left me hungry and frustrated. Wouldn't recommend it to anyone looking for a hearty dinner.
Terrible review.
I mean,
didn't like that none too much.
Didn't like it at all.
Forget about it.
Forget it. But if you made it and you're like, this unemployed auto worker doesn't know what he's talking about, you leave your review. Send us pictures. We want to see it.
He didn't try it for the right meal. You can do it for. Did he know you can do it for every meal?
I would make this for breakfast and serve it with a poached egg.
It was a little heavy for breakfast.
No.
I don't know if I want meatballs and mozzarella for breakfast.
Like an English muffin with one meatball on top and then a poached egg, and it's like sloppy Joe Benedict.
That sounds great. That sounds great. I'm so hungry.
Hangover cure right there. That's a hangover cure, baby.
Wow, it sounds delightful. I mean, these are going to be great. They sound like a lot of work, but they're going to be absolutely delicious. Like, there's no way around it. They're just going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all there is to it. They're just going to be good.
Well, yeah. and enjoy them for any meal, anytime. I bet you know what would be really kick. You wake up at 2 a.m. the night after you had them for dinner, and you just eat one cold out of the fridge.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Put them on pizza. It'd be awesome on pizza. The Detroit style pizza.
Oh yeah, the crispy crust. Yeah,
Heck yeah, get it on there.
Get it on.